Episode 10: The Meeting of Otto and Daimler. After receiving formal education, Benz underwent professional training at several companies, but none of them could capture his heart. Instead, what captured his interest was the internal combustion engine, which he studied at home alone at night after working over 12 hours during the day. Benz realized that creating an internal combustion engine and the machines to operate it required expertise in various fields. He worked at different companies for 7 years to acquire the necessary skills. Through his experiences at various factories, Benz acquired a broad range of skills, laying the foundation for building a vehicle that could run without a horse. Benz began by working for 2 years at the Maschinenbaugesellschaft, a mechanical engineering company in Karlsruhe, where he handled various machines. He then moved to Mannheim, where he worked as a draftsman and designer at a meter factory. In 1868, he joined Gebrüder Benkäser Eisenwerk und Maschinenfabrik in Forchheim, a company specializing in bridge construction. While Benz honed his skills and pursued his dreams, Daimler and Maybach were also relentlessly working to achieve theirs. In 1867, Daimler married Emma Kurtz and led a happy life. By December 1868, he was working as a manager at the Karlsruhe Mechanical Engineering Company. While they were building their technical expertise in 1868, Joseph Ravel of Germany created the first steam car that used petroleum gasoline to heat the boiler. Soon, Benz and Daimler also became interested in the powerful explosiveness of petroleum. In 1869, when Maybach turned 23, he followed Daimler, who was a board member at Maschinenbaugesellschaft Karlsruhe AG, a locomotive factory. Despite being a board member, Daimler did not act authoritatively. Instead, he spent long nights discussing engines, pumps, logging machines, and metalworking with Maybach to pursue their dream. In 1871, at the age of 27, Karl Benz partnered with mechanical engineer August Ritter to open a small machine workshop in Mannheim, about the size of an ordinary house. They primarily manufactured sheet metal machines, cast iron products, and performed mechanical work while focusing on developing a new type of engine. However, Benz, being more of an inventor and designer, lacked sales skills and was indecisive, leading to a disastrous first year in business. August Ritter lost faith in Benz's machine workshop, and his new engine concept, left the business and demanded payment for his shares. Unfortunately, Benz could not afford it. As a result of Ritter's legal action, the local authorities seized Benz's business. It was Benz's friend and fiancée, Bertha Ringer, who supported him during this difficult time. Bertha Ringer learned of Benz's difficulties and resolved the issue by paying off Ritter's shares in the company with her marriage dowry. On July 20, 1872, 26-year-old Karl Benz married Bertha Ringer, the woman who became his greatest mental supporter. Later, this very woman would become known as the mother of automobiles, as she conducted the first-ever test of Benz's car, the first long-distance automobile journey, and even committed the first traffic violation. Between them, they had 5 children: Eugen 1873, Richard 1874, Clara 1876, Theld 1882, and Ellen 1890. On an afternoon in July 1872, Daimler and Maybach were having an intense discussion at Daimler's house. The two never stopped discussing new technologies, and their conversations always delved into serious and profound topics. Watching them, Daimler's wife, Emma Kutz, smiled. To Emma, her husband and Maybach seemed like eccentrics walking a different path from ordinary people. While most people live to earn a comfortable living, these two continuously invested significant time and money into research and experimentation. Yet, Emma liked them that way. Then there was a sound at the front door. Emma opened the door and found a middle-aged man with clear eyes standing at the entrance. He had a neat appearance and exuded an aura of trustworthiness. Emma felt a similar vibe to her husband and guessed that he might be here to see him. The unfamiliar man introduced himself politely. He said his name was Nicholas August Otto and that he was looking for Daimler. Emma informed him that Daimler was in a discussion with Maybach and asked him to wait a moment. Otto's face lit up with delight upon hearing this, considering himself lucky to meet not only Daimler, but also Maybach. He gladly agreed to wait and asked to meet both men. Emma returned to the living room and informed Daimler and Maybach that Otto had arrived. At that moment, Daimler and Maybach both sprang to their feet, looking surprised. The two looked at each other, sharing the same thought. Their surprise was only natural. Otto was a renowned engine developer of his time, and meeting him was a rare opportunity. Sensing that his visit could be a significant turning point in their research and development, they hurried to the front door. Emma prepared a warm cup of tea to welcome the guests. After taking a sip of tea, Otto began the conversation with a cautious yet firm attitude. He explained about Deutz AG, Gasmotorenfabrik, the German gas engine manufacturing company he founded with Eugen Langen, emphasizing their extensive experience and expertise in engine technology. However, Otto realized that sticking to conventional methods could hinder technological progress, and he concluded that a new leap forward was necessary. He mentioned that he had heard through various channels that Daimler and Maybach were top experts in the industry and were developing an entirely new type of internal combustion engine. Otto revealed the reason for his visit, expressing his desire to collaborate with them to develop a new generation of internal combustion engines. He added that, as he owned 50 of the company's shares, He could also ensure financial support for research and development. However, Daimler and Maybach looked somewhat perplexed at Otto's proposal. This was because it wasn't just a simple collaboration, but a proposal to share their technical know-how. The two were already envisioning a new engine that surpassed Otto's internal combustion engine, and were strongly determined to continue their independent research. Daimler cautiously stated that he could not make an immediate decision on Otto's proposal. He expressed the need for time to think it over and promised to give an answer in a few days. Otto, as if he had expected this, smiled and pulled an envelope from his coat pocket, handing it to Daimler. Daimler received the envelope with a puzzled expression and asked what it was. Otto, with a meaningful smile, said that it was something that would eventually make Daimler and Maybach collaborate with him, adding that he looked forward to meeting them again soon. After Otto left, Maybach could not hide his displeasure. He expressed disappointment that Otto seemed to be trying to leverage financial gain to forge a partnership with them. Daimler also wore a bitter expression, thinking that money alone could not dictate the direction of their research. Daimler carefully opened the envelope Otto had handed him. Inside the envelope were several folded sheets of paper. He began unfolding them one by one, trying to decipher the message Otto had left behind. It was not banknotes, but several sheets of design drawings. Daimler looked at the papers with Maybach, and soon an expression of shock appeared on their faces. That blueprint was exactly the engine design that Daimler and Maybach had been dreaming of and researching. They stayed up all night reviewing the numerous documents Otto had provided. On August 1, 1872, Daimler, who aimed to develop a new engine, and Maybach, the top designer, moved to Deutz AG Gasmotorenfabrik at Otto's suggestion there. They began manufacturing engines designed by Otto. Otto became the first president, with Langen as vice president, and Gottlieb Wilhelm Daimler as the technical director.